Welcome to this overview of the brand new effects plugin for MPC Standalone, FlexBeat. FlexBeat brings an outstanding collection of creative rhythmic effects patterns to MPC, allowing you to manipulate your beats, melodies and samples in real time, giving you even more power completely standalone. With 16 performance pads and hundreds of preset effects patterns, FlexBeat is the perfect plugin for today's modern vibe, delivering creative effects such as stutter, glitch effects, DJ scratch effects, through to pitch drops, transitions, and vinyl breaks, all in one single plugin. Let's take a closer look at FlexBeat for MPC Standalone. FlexBeat is our latest effects plugin for standalone MPC, designed to mangle and add creative effects to your samples, melodies, and beats. We can add FlexBeat effects plugin across everything from our individual pads, drum programs, key groups, to plug-in instruments and audio tracks, giving you instant vibe and creative manipulation. Now, to load up FlexBeat, simply press the main menu and select a pad or a track, then go to your Insert Effects, and then under Harmonics and Akai Pro, you will see FlexBeat Player. Press Select and the Edit tool, and we now have FlexBeat on our screen. Now, FlexBeat features 16 effects pads, each holding one effects pattern, which can be triggered by simply touching the UI. As we touch any of the 16 pads, our effects are triggered in real time, adding creative effects over our beats and melodics. We also have a dedicated wet and dry amount that you can apply how much of the effect you want on your track. If you turn on Quantize, our effects will be perfectly transitioned in sync with our beat. Now let's hear FlexBeat on a boom bap drum loop. Let's add scratch and a gated effect. As you can hear, FlexBeat can add so much creative depth to a simple drum loop. We can customize each performance pad with different effects patterns by pressing the edit mode. Here we can select the pad and then go through a huge library of custom effects patterns that we can assign to each of the individual pads. Once selected, let's just play our beat. And we can select these in real time. Change it to a shuffle. Go to a gate. We can customize all 16 of our effect slots by just simply pressing the pad, choosing a different effect, and applying these to every slot. Once we've created our own custom effects bank, we can save this as our own dedicated preset, just by going to our folder, creating a name, and then simply saving this. And this can then be recalled at any time. FlexBeat offers 3 different play modes of how we can launch our effects patterns. The first is loop. This will continually play our effects pattern. Now, as you can see, every time we select an effects pattern with loop on, it will continually play that pattern. The next mode is one shot. If we select an effect, change our mode to one shot, this will now play the effect one time. Once it plays through, it will revert back to pad 1. Our last mode is hold. This means that we can hold down the effect using our touch screen, and when we release the effect, it will revert back to the previous effect selected. Here's an example. Hold down the effect, release, goes back to the previous. This is a great way to get some real-time creative effects. We can also use FlexBeat with any of our MPC plugin instruments that add a whole new layer of creativity over your melodics. Here's Jura. Let's open up our program and start using FlexBeat to manipulate our sound. Now let's apply it to some chord progressions using a pluck synth sound. As you can hear, it's instantly adding a whole new layer of rhythm to our chord progression. You can apply this technique to bass lines, pianos, strings, through to synth lead melodies, adding a whole new creative vibe. We can automate a number of parameters within FlexBeat within MPC. Simply go to our grid edit and here, navigate down to Add New, and then we select our track where we've applied FlexBeat to. Once selected, we can then select either our dry and wet signal, our pattern type can be automated, and even our quantize. So let's select our dry and wet signal, and we're going to automate our effect coming in and out of our melodic directly inside our drum grid. So using our pencil tool, simply draw in the automation, and this will now be applied to our beat. We can also apply FlexBeat to individual drum hits on pads. Here, I've got a percussion sample, and we go and apply FlexBeat to add some rhythm. Simply select the preset, and already it's added a whole new flavor to our sound. Now let's use it on hi-hats, where we can add triplets and rolls at a single press of a button. Now we've added rolls to our hi-hats. Now let's apply this to our whole beat. Bring our mix, wet and dry down. Now we've got a completely different vibe. Now let's make a beat from the ground upwards using FlexBeat, so you can see the creative workflow that can be applied to your productions, all in real time. So let's play a melody. Keep it on a lo-fi jazz vibe. Now let's add FlexBeat. Now this has already given us some rhythm. Now you can go through all the presets and find something that suits your vibe. Now I'm going to stay with this and lay down my drums. Let's add some percussion. Add some snaps. And some open hats. Now let's go to Bank C, where I've got some vocal chops. And we're going to add FlexBeat to these. Now I've got FlexBeat inserted on this pad. Let's go to our channel strip and turn FlexBeat on. Now let's add a pitch shift on this vocal. As you can hear, it's doing some random pitch shifting. Now let's add some melodics. using Jura. Now let's instantiate flex beat. That's adding some tape stop, glitch effects. As you can hear, FlexBeat really allows you to manipulate your productions with ease. To get your copy of FlexBeat, head over to the mpcstore.com. I'm Andy Mack, and thanks for watching this overview on the brand new FlexBeat, now available for standalone.